Hello, brothers and sisters of the bar. Professor Jeremiah here. I don't always put on a tie and get dressed up when I'm smoking my pipe. But I do when I'm smoking my twin bore. No, just joking. I'm actually back from church. Thought I would enjoy a bowl with you for a minute. This is a twin bore bite proof pipe made in England. I don't really know a whole lot more about it other than that. Goodness. The only thing I've ever read on one of these before is a person said that theirs didn't have a good draw. This one actually has a really good draw of the smoke. Got some vanilla custard in here. Got a little fictional story for you today. It's about a group of frogs that were going through the forest. And as they were hopping through the forest, two of them fell into a deep pit. Before going all the way to the bottom of the pit, they landed on a little shelf. And they started trying to jump out. But meanwhile, the others at the top all gathered around and started shouting down, "Don't do it! Give up! It's too far! You'll never make it!" And they kept trying to jump out, but eventually, one of the frogs, he gave up. And he went on ahead and just plunged into the deepest part of the pit, where he died. But the second frog kept trying to jump out. All the time, the others, they kept hollering into him, into the depth of the pit. "Don't do it! You'll never make it! Don't do it! Stop trying." In a little bit, he made it out. And once out of the pit, the other frogs gathered around him and said, "Couldn't you hear us? We told you not to do it, to quit trying." The second frog said, "Huh?" They said, "What, are you hard of hearing?" And he said, "Well, yeah, I don't hear very good." They said, "We told you not to do it, to give up." And he said, "Oh, I thought you were trying to encourage me. I thought you were telling me I could make it." Words are a powerful thing, aren't they? Words can discourage and words can encourage. Words have a tremendous way of empowering people to do something that under ordinary circumstances they couldn't do. I know that from my own self. I'm not always the best encourager. I wished I was. I know that from people just speaking a word of encouragement to me, it empowers me to do things that ordinarily I couldn't do. I know when I made the transition from overseas to the States, as my work made a shift and change, one of the projects that I do here is I have a children's garden. But I had a lot of people that told me, "That'll never work. That won't work." I had some that encouraged and said they saw great possibility in it, or at least thought it was worth a try. But for those who said that it wouldn't work, I just moved them over into my discouragement team. And they sometimes were fairly vocal that it wouldn't work. And I will say the first year of the children's teaching garden, it was a bit difficult. A lot of children came out to help plant seeds, about 25 children. But not many came out to help weed or to help harvest. But that was the first year. This year, I had even more children come out to help plant the garden. A few children would come out to weed. Nobody really wants to weed. I don't want to really weed, but some of them came out to help with that. But when it came time for harvest, a lot of children came out and helped. We took vegetables up to the farmer's market. We'll even be doing that again this Saturday. And already, I, as well as some of the children, are already looking forward to next year. Words are a powerful thing. Are you speaking words of encouragement, or are you speaking words of discouragement to people? I want to show you how this works. A couple of pipe cleaners. Now, I don't normally use two pipe cleaners on this pipe, but I'm just for the purpose of showing demonstration here. You do have to kind of get a little close to it to feed it in. Maybe the tapered cleaners would work better on this pipe. Already having a little trouble on this one. There we go. Takes a second to get it to feed properly. You get the idea. That's what a pipe cleaner does. But what about the second hole? Does it go all the way? What happens? Well, let me show you. That's about the extent of it. I'll bend that one up and show you where they meet up at. See, it goes about that far in. That's where they split off. I think it's good in that it puts the smoke in a couple of different parts of your mouth. It's probably good to have that change up every now and then and not always be putting smoke in the same area. Got a good draw as far as I'm concerned. Now, while we're talking pipe cleaners, shameless advert here. I do still have some of my pipe cleaner pockets available. This is the bison or buffalo hide pipe cleaners. These are available on eBay. My eBay store name is Old School Missionary. So I'll put a link in the bucket down below. These are $25 a piece. And I tell you, I really like this bison buffalo hide. If I hadn't made them, I'd buy one myself. But these are both still available. Also have two of the black with, and this one you can't really tell. This one got a little bit darker in color, but this is black with brown lacing. Two of these are available. These are 18 a piece. It's a little bit stiffer leather, but still real pliable. But of course, it's got the pipe cleaners in there now. This one's brown with black lacing. And I have this adventurous one. Now this is a limited print here, and this is on boar hide. It's a actually printed leather, but deep pigmented pigment on here, so it's good. These are 16 a piece. I was able to get this leather when it was on clearance or being discontinued. So check these out. You see the one that I personally use is the bison. I probably got like 20 or so pipe cleaners in here. Each of those have 10 of them in them right now, but they'll hold many more pipe cleaners than that. Be on the lookout on Tuesday at 6:30 Central Standard Time. We'll have another Zoom pipe meetup. There's a core group of 4 of us that are there, but anybody's welcome to join in. I'll also put a link a little bit further down in the bucket for the Zoom meetup. Hopefully I'll be able to come back on and give another plug for that. But love to have you, even if you can just pop in for 5 or 10 minutes. Buying these pipe cleaners is a way to support the work. All of the proceeds from the sale of them go back into the mission work that I'm doing. Not really making much money off of them at this point. I've still got to sell a few more to pay off the leather, but But I enjoy doing leather work, and I'm trying to come up with various projects for the youth to do too. I've made all of these though myself. Brothers and sisters, hope the rest of your weekend goes well, and God bless.